Hi, my name is Vanessa Conlin, Master of Wine and Head of Wine at Wine Access. And today I'm tasting a Pinot Noir from Burgundy as part of the Discover France Wine Folly set that I've collaborated with Wine Folly co-founder Madeleine Paquette on. We're tasting 12 wines in total, and if you're tasting in order, this is the first red wine of the series. So Burgundy is the spiritual home of Pinot Noir. And when we're talking about Pinot Noir from Burgundy, we're talking 100% varietal wine. So this is actually a wine that's from the southernmost part of Burgundy, where we can find a lot of value. Let's taste it. We'll talk about the variety, the region, the producer, and then pairings. So if you're tasting with me, we'll give it a good swirl to open it up. But the first thing to notice is that in terms of color, this is a paler red wine. You can assess the depth of color by, can you see through it? Can you see through it but tell that there's something in the background? For instance, if you were holding this over a white piece of paper with words, or can you not see through it at all? For me, I can pretty much see right through this. I can read words if there was a page of words in front of me, telling me that this is a lower tannin wine. On the nose, classic Pinot Noir. Something really exquisite about this variety is its ability to translate where it's grown. So I'm getting this beautiful note of cherry, raspberry, but also this sort of savory note to it. There's a bit of like a mushroomy forest floor note and a beautiful floral rose petal note as well. Tasting this wine, I encourage you to really swish it around your mouth. Don't be afraid to make a silly face or funny noises. It will absolutely enhance your enjoyment of the wine. So let's taste this together. It's very fresh. There's a bright acidity to it. I'm getting a lot of those flavors that I got on the nose, that kind of, there's cherry, there's raspberry, there's some strawberry. There's a bit of that gamey note as well too, sort of mushroomy, savory. And I'm definitely picking up tannin, which is the first opportunity we've had in this series to talk about tannin, since we've been talking white wines until now. So tannin is a tactile sensation. Tannin is not a flavor, although they can feel very differently in terms of texture based on the variety and where it's grown. For me, I'm just feeling like my tongue is just slightly dry. It's as if I took a sip of a very dark black tea, and that same sort of sensation of the moisture being sucked out of your mouth. That's the tannin. In body, this is actually fairly light. It feels sort of wispy on my palate. The finish is fairly long, and in general, it's just a very easygoing wine. It's very drinkable. Where this is located is actually a region within Burgundy known more for a different variety called Gamay. But here, this is 100% Pinot Noir. If this were Gamay, it would also be 100%, except for one anomaly in Burgundy called Passe tout grand, which translates to chuck it all in together, in which case you might find Gamay and Pinot Noir together. But for all intents and purposes, when we talk Burgundy, we're talking 100% varietal wine. Depending on where you are in Burgundy, the soils could be chalky, clay, limestone, granite. In the case of this particular wine, it's mostly clay and limestone. Burgundy has a continental climate, and depending on the year, a producer could have tremendous issues with things like frost and hail, decimating much, if not all, of their vineyards. The producer is Maison Louis Latour, one of the most famous producers in all of Burgundy. Been there for centuries, has holdings all the way from the south of Burgundy to the north, including some Grand Cru vineyards. And pairing-wise, I'm thinking classic roasted chicken. Pinot Noir is a great pairing with mushrooms, so think mushroom risotto or truffle pasta. Also great with cheese. I would love this with some brie, would be outstanding. And if you've enjoyed this video, please stay with us. We are going to stay in Burgundy, but taste one of the Cru Beaujolais next, a Juliana.